Hi, this is Don McAllister and welcome to another Screencasts Online weekly tip video. This week I thought I'd take a look at one of my favourite and most useful Mac utilities, that's PopClip by Pilot Moon. PopClip is a menu bar utility that appears when you select text with your mouse or trackpad on a Mac. Now it's available from the Mac App Store, as you can see here, if you search for PopClip. If you want to try it first, there is a free trial available across over on pilotmoon.com/PopClip. Now, I've already downloaded and installed PopClip. In fact, I've been using it for quite a while now, but this is a demo machine, so I've installed it from scratch. Let's just have a quick look at some of the menus here. So I'm going to start at login, always useful because I use this constantly. There are options to change the size, to change your spelling language, and you'll see what I mean by the size when we actually start to use it. And then there are various actions that you can configure PopClip to undertake. And these are context sensitive. The great thing is they're extensible as well, and there's over 100 different extensions or different actions that you can install into PopClip. But let me show you quickly how it works first. So let's say, for instance, I wanted to select this text here. So if I just drag along, select this text and then release, you'll see I get this little pop-up. I can either search for this on the web or I can copy. And the basic thing is just to say copy. Now, if I go across to another application, let's say text edit, and then if I position my cursor here, you'll see I've got this little paste button. I can just paste, and that will paste the text directly into my document. So no Command C, Command V, you just use the pop-up options in PopClip. Now, as I said before, it is context sensitive. So if I was to select this link and then release, now this menu is slightly different in that because it's a link, it's realized that I might want to open the link. Because this is an editable document, I could cut this selection if I wanted to. I could also copy it, but I could also paste what is already in my clipboard. But because it's a link, let's go ahead and click on the open link, and that takes me directly to that link. So, by default, it's really, really useful, but its power does come with its extensibility. So if I go back across to PopClip on the menu bar, now, these are the standard actions, but if you want to disable any of these, for instance, if you didn't want to access the dictionary, just uncheck the checkbox and that action is now disabled. To add in additional actions, if I hit the plus, it will take me to a page over on pilotmoon.com, and these are all the PopClip extensions. This is where things get interesting because all of these extensions are completely free to download and install, and obviously you probably wouldn't want to install I think it's 167 extensions at this point in time. But you can peruse this list and just pick out those ones that you think you're going to use. For instance, we've got some text editing extensions here, some text transformation. So if you wanted to convert all of your selected text, say to uppercase or lowercase or capitalize, title case, etc., put brackets around things, convert Markdown to HTML, or copy web content as Markdown text. I mean, I'm not going to go through every single one, but let's just pick a couple that we can actually use. So let's say this one here. So this one, with the selected text, you can actually create a new note in Apple's Notes app. So let's go ahead and download that one. Let's download one more and then we'll install them separately. So let's say I wanted to, here we go, create a new inbox sheet in Ulysses. So we'll download that as well. We'll come back to those, but you'll see there's to-do apps. You can paste into OmniFocus. You can create a new to-do in Things. Lots and lots and lots of things for you to check out. So let's go ahead and install the two extensions that we've downloaded. First, the Notes application extension. So I'll just double tap on here. Get that nice background noise, and I can now see here I have the Notes application configured. We'll do the same for Ulysses. And again, I've got a new thing here. Now, if I want to change the order of these, I can click on this little pencil, and I can actually move these around. I can also delete the external extensions from here as well, but we'll say done to that. And to demonstrate this, if I click away, let's go back across to Screencasts Online. Let's go ahead and select this paragraph here. So if I select the paragraph, then release. Right, two new options here. So I've got copy. I've also got the Ulysses symbol, and I've got the note symbol as well. So let's go ahead and say notes. And we get this little pop-up with the selected text pasted into this body here. And then I can choose whether or not to have a new note, scroll through all my different folders or select a note down here as well. But I'll just say new note, say save. And that's now created a brand new note in the Apple's Notes application. And let's do the same with the second paragraph. We'll create a new entry in Ulysses. Okay, so no pop-up in this case, but it's created a new note in the inbox for me. And just to show you, this is Ulysses with that brand new note in my inbox with the pasted text. And if I go across to notes, right, the top note is a pinned note, but this is the new note that's been created using PopClip. Now, I mentioned before about changing the size. If we go to PopClip, go to here, and let's make it very, very large. And if I select some text in this application, let go, you'll see that the menu is much larger, but you can go in and you can specify just how big or how small you want the PopClip pop-up to be. Okay, so that's really just showing you the very, very basics of PopClip. Now, I would recommend that you go across to the PopClip extensions page over at pilotmoon.com. Check out the extensions that are available. There's some really, really good ones in there. I'm sure you'll find a large number that will be appropriate to your particular workflows. And the good thing is they're constantly being updated with new extensions as well. If you want to learn more about using your Apple devices, there are over 700 full video tutorials available to Screencast Online members, covering all aspects of the Mac, iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, and even the Apple TV. Now, all full members receive a new Apple-related video tutorial each and every week, as well as a free subscription to the Screencast Online monthly magazine, packed with videos and articles on getting the most out of your Apple devices. Now, you can get your free 14-day trial membership over at screencastsonline.com, or check out some of the free content over on the SEO Showcase app on the iPad, iPhone, and Apple TV. That's it for this week. I'll be back next week with another tip, so I'll speak to you then.